was just one-time thing. Yes, I check hentai sometimes, but not for so long. Not like I'm preparing a scientific report on it. By the way, some people prefer to watch hentai over porn because you don't know how actors are treated in porn and you kinda worry. And in hentai, you only worry about artists if they were overworked or underpaid, which, even if it's true, it's better in comparison. But so about the script, I watched this movie, Victoria, and it really helped me. Because again, the audience for my film are people like me. And I have a friend, and when she describes someone she likes, she says it feels safe around him. And I realized that I want my audience to feel safe when they watch my movie. And when you watch Victoria, you feel safe, but reading description before diving into it helped to feel more safe. For example, so the plot is a woman goes to club and she's dancing and drinking there till 4 a.m. And then she goes home, and on her way home she meets four drunk men, and they team up and go on the rooftop to drink further. Now, if I did not know the description and just watched it, I would not feel safe about this roof scene. I would feel danger coming from these men, but I knew that movie was not about that, so it was actually very pleasant to watch those scenes. And Victoria is kind of woman you want to be. And you wish by default it was like that, you know? You can go to club alone and then just go partying with some random man and it's fine. But the way I see reality is that it would be dangerous to do that. And then Victoria gets involved in some criminal activity with this man, and from this point I didn't know where movie was going and what would happen next. But I knew this movie was safe. I knew it was safe for Victoria sexually, and that's what mattered. And I realized that I want my audience to feel safe. And even if there will be some threats introduced to characters of my story, it will be just hinted and very mildly, so that the audience has a chance to disregard it and has a chance to think that there was no danger, they were safe sexually. I want my movie to be rewatchable for people like me. Another movie I want to talk about is Lucy. I watched it a long time ago, and so the plot is that a woman gets kidnapped and they make surgery on her and put drugs inside her body so she can move it to another country. But drugs get leaked in her body and then she gets superpowers. Now, the problem I have with this plot is that there are real women who get this treatment, and Lucy gets physically kicked, and there is a threat that she will get assaulted as well. And you realize that in reality, women don't get superpowers. They actually get beaten up and assaulted. And that's the only thing I remember from this movie. And same thing is with the Casper movies, for example. So a bullied kid gets help from a supernatural being, a ghost. But in reality, this kid would continue to get bullied. Of course, in this case, the problem is less tragic, but nevertheless, I don't like introducing real problems and then finding solutions in supernatural. So in case of Lucy, I didn't like that tragedy of real people was used for the plot, because in reality these women would get harmed and then killed. But maybe that was the main point of that movie, actually, and they wanted to bring people's attention to that problem. But for my story, I don't want to touch real problems unless they get realistic solutions. I don't want somebody to get threatened, to get assaulted, and then some alien saves her or whatever.